Yeah. I just feel bad sometimes because I hope that like people I argue with don't think that it's like that deep because I don't care. Like at the end of
It's
the
not even
day, like
really an
my
argument. You're just debating.
well, is that not the same thing? Argument,
I,
debate.
I, I guess, but I feel like word argument means like you guys are like
Maybe
pissed
like it
at each
has
other.
more negative connotation. Well, I feel like both have pretty
That's
fucking negative connotations because like nobody wants
really
to be debated. Like people don't like people who debate. I think it's just like a bad thing. Like people just don't like people who are like debating because I think it gives off the impression that you feel like you know more. But it's like
like
no,
a
you can
know-it-all.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like oh, this was one of the things I fucking wrote down the other day. Let me grab it. This is something that I wrote down. So one of the reasons that I think people don't like debate or arguments and stuff like that is because there are people who think slash believe they are right, and there are people who feel like they are right but believe that they could be wrong. And I feel like that's where I'm at is like I feel like I'm right, but I know that I can be wrong. So that's why
Yeah.
I debate and I argue because of that. But there are people who have the perspective that they are right and believe that they are right and don't feel like they can be wrong. And that's when it's like, oh, this is not somebody I want to talk to. So you have to figure out like who you're talking to pretty much.
That's the thing
Uh,
is I feel like I'm unsure about so much stuff that I never really have a solid stance about really anything because I feel like I could be wrong about a lot of things, and so that's why I never like try to
Yeah.
take a heavy stance on anything in particular. Because I feel like if I start arguing with someone about it, I feel like I'm a dumbass, even if I feel like I'm right. I feel like I'm still a dumbass because I might be completely wrong and they're right.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I don't care. Like I just go into it feeling like they might say something that like changes my mind, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll take that, and I'll be like, oh, word, I was wrong. And then it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's not that hard to be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I was kind of a dipshit. That was wrong. Now that I know this more information, like, cool, I'll change my mind. But it's not, I'm not like tying it so deeply into my like ego and shit that I'm like, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel bad about it. So I'm gonna double down no matter what, shit like that. And like people do that a lot, which is like stupid. But it's okay to be wrong. Like it doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day,
right.
nobody knows shit, and you're all gonna die anyway. So fuck them.